Okay guys, I'm filming this video before my summer reading wrap up, so there's a tiny spoiler in here, but you're gonna see it after. So if this book is gonna be mentioned more than once, and that's okay. Anyway, hey, what's up you guys? My name's Frankie W and welcome back to my life. For today's video, I'm doing a quick little book haul because I have accumulated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 12 books, 13 books out of nowhere. I say out of nowhere, it's fully intentional, but like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm filming this right before I head to Orlando to hang out with Charlie, Chris, and Victor for a little Labor Day weekend fun. But I'm not even joking when I know this is probably the most amount of books that I've bought in a while, and so I thought I'd do a little haul and show them for you now before I forget. And this will also remind me to add them to my Libib because I do not do that. First, I wanted to show the two that I got in New York when I went to the Ripped Bodice with Lillian. I got Sonora Reyes's The Broposal, and I got Dina Gray's Sunny Disposition. So this book is indie published, and I have not read anything from Sonora Reyes yet, but I did know about the Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School. I haven't read it, but I've seen that book around, and I just really liked the cover. And also the proposal is basically that Alejandro and Kenny are roommates, and one of them basically has to leave due to their visa, and so they are getting married so they can stay in the country. Yeah, they're faking the relationship for Alejandro to get a green card, and so all about Kenny and Alejandro's fake relationship, how their families are kind of entangled in that. So it's called The Broposal, and I thought that was so funny. And then on the other side, this is Sunny Disposition by Dina Gray. I'm gonna hold off on saying too much about this book because I have read it and it's in my summer reading wrap up. But know that I had watched a review on YouTube of someone who rated this the exact same thing I did and then rated the next one higher. So I bought the second one because support independently published books, but also I'm very curious about the rest of the friend group. So this is going to be the Mendel Hawks series. So this is like our first player, like basically the bare bones basis. They're all hockey players and all that. Yes, all the women in this will be black women. This one is a swirl. She is their roommate, and the second one is about a different roommate and the captain of the female hockey team, which we'll get there. And then the third one is about her best friend and one of their other roommates. So it's like him, three guys, and her live together. Very cute book. That's all I'm gonna say. Next. For Summerween, spooky season, fall, October, I saw this book in the airport, and it's really the only reason I bought it, like on the way to Vegas. It's Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. The time in the back it just says this time she'll be the knife, and then there's no description on the outside. It's just a quote that says a wholly original exploration of what it means to be a modern female with a depth of rage that echoes into the afterlife. And yeah, the title alone is so funny to me, and I have a bunch of horror thrillers on my shelf, and I do love a horror thriller book, so wanted to get this. Next, Semi Well Adjusted Despite Literally Everything, a memoir about Allison Stoner. So in a weekend in my life vlog that will come out before this, I'll link it above. I went to the Barnes & Noble Grove signing for this. Basically, she signed the books in advance, and so it was really just a photo op and a meet and greet, which is really cool. Trying to go to the Barnes & Noble Grove more for events because they do host really good events. And Allison Stoner, I've actually, fun fact, been a fan of her since I was a child. I've already shown these clips in the weekend of my life, but in case you haven't watched it, I saw her at the Girls Night In tour in 2016 when I was 16 years old. I love Alison Stoner. Step Up 3D, one of my favorite movies. Everything she's in, I've been a really big fan of, so that's really cool. Another horror book, I have Blood in the Water. One of the reasons, I forget what YouTuber I was watching that recommended this. It might have been Maya Beatrice, it might have been Bria, but one of my favorite things is like, I don't read The Summer I Turned Pretty. I don't watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, but they talk about the place that Belly and the boys, whatever they're, Conrad, Jeremiah, them, where they go in Massachusetts is like what I jokingly call like the white side of vacationing. This one is set in Martha's Vineyard, and Martha's Vineyard is such a like historically black vacationing place. It's like the back has a sign for Oak Bluffs, like the way that I've vacationed in Martha's Vineyard with my family. So that's why the tie is there. I don't think I'm going to Martha's Vineyard. I'm not going to Martha's Vineyard this year. My mom already went with like other people, but if I went next year, this would be a fun book to read while I'm there, or just as a way during the summer to like get my memories back. I did buy this at the end of summer, so I don't want to be one of those people who's like, I'm probably not going to read this till next year, but I might not read this till next year because it like, Martha's Vineyard is so summer to me, and like this feels like a summerween reading video because I didn't do one of those this year. I definitely need to get on my Zoom next year, but yeah, this is called Blood in the Water. It's based in Oak Bluffs in Martha's Vineyard, and this is what it says on the back. I gulped, my legs feeling wobbly. It didn't really hit me until now that there might be a murderer among us. The person could be standing next to us, waiting for ice cream, hanging at the arcade, tanning on the beach. Just like in the water, you never know what's lurking, hunting, ready to attack. Praise for Blood in the Water. Tiffany D. Jackson never disappoints. Make room for on your bookshelves. You'll want this one by Lamar Giles. And then Tiffany D. Jackson is the author of White Smoke and The Weight of Blood. And I have The Weight of Blood on my shelf as well. The Weight of Blood is a Carrie retelling. It's over there. Okay, next. Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. This is book 2 in the Assistant to the Book series. Basically, I did a reading vlog in Vegas. Wow, I'm promoting so many reading videos today, but I did a reading vlog in Vegas for 2 weekends, and all I could do was read Assistant to the Villain. Sierra got it for me for Christmas 2 years ago, and so I put it on my list to get this one this year. Apprentice to the Villain. The third one, Accomplice to the Villain, literally just came out, and I'm not in a rush to like catch up, I guess is my thing. Like, I'm gonna read these on my own pace, but I needed to know what happened next. Oh my god, when I finished, I'm gonna talk more about it in my reading wrap up, but when I finished Apprentice to the Villain, Assistant to the Villain, I was gagged. Okay, and then next, I have 4 books to show you guys. Sierra giggled when I showed her these, and she applauded my dedication. I have Twisted, Ruthless, Stunning. Oh, is that a stain? Or is that supposed to be there? That's a stain from inking. Stunning and Burned. Which is funny because I feel like there was already a book named Twisted. Right? Maybe not. Now I feel like I'm getting my Pretty Little Liars books all in a row. But basically, the last 4 books, well, yeah. I just finished the last set of 4 books for Pretty Little Liars, so that would be 5 through 8. So this is 9 through 12. And then after that, the last set is 13 to 16. And then I have one of the novellas, which is Allie's Pretty Little Liars, which is like an 8.5 book. And then there's a Christmas special, I think. I think that's the only book I'm not gonna read. I feel like I should read it to complete the set, but like, I don't really care about Christmas specials. But anyway, these are the next 4 books in the Pretty Little Liars series. I have been reading the Pretty Little Liars series since maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. I just really wanted to complete the series. I never read them as a child. The show's a little crazy, and I was so shocked that people were talking about how the show deviated from the books and how different they were. So reading the first 8 books and seeing those differences in the show and the books is so crazy. So I wanted to make a full video dedicated to talking about my thoughts on the Pretty Little Liars book series, but I had to read them first. So that's where these are for. And then last but not least, the last 2 books I'm going to talk about is Team Players by Dina Gray and Fighting Spirit by Anna Harrison. So I mentioned when talking about Sunny Disposition that a booktuber kind of rated it the same thing I did. She rated the book, funny enough, a 3.75, which is what I finally came down to. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I didn't think it was anything groundbreaking, to be honest, but I liked it. And so she was saying that this one is a 4-star. It's better than the first one. It's more development because she really cares about relationships and he doesn't. And I will say, like, there was a really interesting character development happening in Sunny Disposition because you think he's just like a one-dimensional hockey player, and then you find out that he had this like pretty serious injury, and it's like there are levels to her writing, but there was this one time when I was reading it where I was kind of confused what age they were, because she was kind of like, oh, my high school town. And I was like, your high school town? Don't you mean your college town? Doesn't matter. But anyway, this is book 2. It's also bigger than the first one. So very excited to read this. And as I said, it is the woman's hockey team captain who we got little glimpses of at parties in the first one, and this is one of the other roommates, Sam. And then finally, in that same video where they were recommending this Mendel Hawk series, this YouTuber was talking about Fighting Spirit, another sports romance book, except she is the rival team's mascot. And I am all for female mascots. Big Ellie for the New York Liberty is my #1. They literally just announced the Valkyries mascot a couple weeks ago. I'm so here for female mascots and just like fun stuff like that. So I thought this would be it's a silly, goofy time. I think it's a cute book and I love it. So yeah. And those are all the books that I've recently purchased. I'm literally going to Orlando. Like I'm leaving for the airport in a few minutes, guys. That was a pretty short video. I think that's everything that I need to talk about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.